Hi friends, hope you have been doing well and preparing well for your PTE exam. Today I have come up with a video about how to write an essay in a very simple way for PTE exams, PTE writing module, which will help you score 79 or higher in your writing part. Please remember that this is just a sample essay. This may not be the universal way of writing essay, but I'm sure this will definitely help you achieving higher score in PTE exam. However, your score in PTE writing will completely depend on you, how you write, how much time you practice in writing those essays, and the mistakes you make in PTE writing part. So to get started in PT essay writing part, they mainly test your writing skills, and sometimes they can give you 2 essays, but usually they give 1 essay and you will have 20 minutes to write an essay. Out of those 20 minutes, time allocation is one of the most important part, because you should first carefully look at the topic, the question they are asking, and analyze all the topics which are covered by the question, and give at least 1 to 2 minutes in preparing and coming up with the ideas about which opinion you want to agree, which opinion you want to disagree, and how to establish the idea, how to give it in a form of good essay. And after 1 to 2 minutes of preparation in your mind, you can write some ideas in notebook as well, because they will provide you one writing notebook for a PT exam. And after that preparation part, you have to spend 15 minutes, around 15 to 16 minutes writing the essay, which includes introduction, body, and conclusion. And after you complete your essay, please do not forget, please at least allocate at least 2 minutes to check your essay, how it is. Is there any mistakes? Is there any grammatical error? Is there any spelling mistakes? Which is very important, because even if you write the best essay, if there are some grammatical errors which you can easily fix, and if there are some spellings, that will lower your score significantly. So if you want to write the best essay, but do not make any mistakes, because mistakes will significantly lower your score. And the essay should be within 200 to 300 words, preferably over 250 words. So for any essay, it includes introduction, body, and conclusion. And especially for PT, I'm preparing this essay, this video exclusively for PT. So I will speak as per the requirement of PT, because I took the exam and I used the same formula, and I was able to score 90 in writing. So the introduction in PT should include preferably 2 to 3 sentences, and the first sentence will always be hook about the topic, and second sentence will be about you addressing the topic given in the question, and then third, you are going to write your opinion, such as I disagree or I agree, something like that. And then you are going to write a body, which can include 2 to 3 paragraphs. In my exam, I wrote 3 paragraphs. So I would like you to practice in the same way, because your target at this point is to score as high as possible in PTE. So in those 2 to 3 paragraphs, you can address opposite issue. You have to address opposite issue too, but you have to elaborate the opinion which you are going to agree. And then conclusion, you just have to paraphrase your opinion, paraphrase your introduction in a grammatically correct way. So always remember to start sentence with capital letter and end with full stop, because that can lower your marks for writing this course, and also for grammatical part. And remember to use few complex sentence, because that will significantly improve your English score, because the examiner will think that you can easily master in English language and you have a good skills in English language. And also, as the exam is PT academic, remember to use few academic vocabularies, such as the word like contrast, additionally, substantial, or some other good academic words, and do not make any spelling mistakes. So I'm coming up with one of the question which you can have in your PT exam, which they can ask you. They may not ask the same question, but they will ask the similar kind of question. So you can get the idea you can get the idea about how I'm going to make a essay out of this topic, and then you can the idea can be different, but the pattern will be same. So you can use the pattern, you can use it something like a template, not exactly template, but something like that, and then put your ideas in those areas. So the question is as follows. Some people believe that teaching children at home is best, while others think that it is important for children to go to school. Discuss the advantages of both methods and give your own opinion. Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge and experience. So there are two opinions. Some people think home education is best, while other thinks it is important for a child to go to school. And you have to give your own opinion, saying whether home education is better, or it is better for children to go to school. So please agree on one point, because it will be easy for you to establish essay if you agree on one point. If you have a middle ground, then you have to elaborate both topics. So it's better if you agree on one opinion, because it is just an exam. You don't have to show what you really like or what you really dislike. You just have to go as per the exam, as per the requirement of exam. So just agree on one point and criticize other point, giving just one or two sentences. So if I have to establish essay for this question, so I will write as follows. So I'll make an introduction which includes 3 sentences. The first sentence will be hook, the second sentence will be addressing the issue, and the third sentence will be my opinion. Like I'm agreeing on one opinion, I'm agreeing on one part, or disagreeing on other parts. And then my body will include 3 paragraph. The first paragraph I will address opposite opinion. For example, if I agree that children should go to school rather than teaching them at home, then I will in that first paragraph I will briefly describe about home education, and then I will go to the second paragraph where I will elaborate the opinion I am agreeing on. So the first sentence of the second paragraph will be a supporting point of the opinion you agree. Suppose I am agreeing on the opinion that children should go to school, then I will start that paragraph with supporting point, and then the second sentence will be example about that, and third and fourth sentence will be supporting point again. And in the third paragraph of the body, I'll write 1 to 2 sentences, preferably 2 sentences, where I give examples of my own experience. And then in the conclusion part, I'll write 1 to 2 sentences. If I write one sentence, that can be complex, and if I write two sentences, those 2 sentences can be slightly simpler. So I will just paraphrase my introduction in a grammatically correct way. So let's see how I wrote essay for this particular question. So as I already said in introduction, I'll start with hook. So teaching and learning contribute significantly to the overall development of a child. This is just an story. This is just a sentence which gives some story about teaching and learning. So it is always good if you start with a hook which keeps you in a good track in your essay. So then for the second sentence, I'm addressing the issue in a way like there is a huge debate on whether teaching children at home is better than teaching children at school. You can also write this sentence as whether children should be taught at home or school is debatable, something like that. So this is addressing the issue in second sentence of your introduction. And if you have other questions, you can exactly use this formula. So in the third sentence, you will write your opinion. So the opinion will be as in my opinion, while or although. You can use both words. Some people think that home-based teaching is best. A child will only be able to get complete education if sent to school for teaching. So this is my opinion. So the first sentence was hook, second sentence was addressing the issue which was given in question, and third sentence was your opinion. So let's go to body. So in the body there will be 3 paragraphs. The first paragraph will be addressing the issue which you are not agreeing, and the second and third paragraph will be elaborating the issue which you are agreeing. So we don't agree on home education, so in the first paragraph we are talking about home education. So you can write in a way, this paragraph has 2 sentences. So people may argue that home is the first school of any child, and there are no better teachers than parents for any kid. You can write, for example, so this is second sentence, kids learn about moral education, language and use of common appliances at their home, which will be highly beneficial to them in future. Or you can also add one more sentence, removing this part from here, from which to future, and full stop here, and you can write as this learning experience will have substantial benefit to them in future, because you are using word substantial here, which is an academically sound word, academic word, which they will strongly favor in PTE academic exam. So this paragraph, this first paragraph of body has 2 sentences, mainly 2 sentences. In first sentence you are just writing supporting point about the opposite issue, and then in the second sentence you are just giving example. And now you have to elaborate in the second and third paragraph of your body. You have to elaborate about the opinion you are agreeing. So now you have to start, as I already mentioned in my earlier slide. So the second paragraph of the body will be talking, you will be talking about the opinion you agree, and the first sentence of the second paragraph will be about supporting point. So you can start as follows. In spite of these arguments. So I'm using these words in spite of, despite this, however, because you all in academic essay you always have to connect the point. If you don't connect, then it might look like the idea is coming all of a sudden. But if you use these words in spite of these arguments, or despite this, or however, then the reader will think that you have been able to connect ideas, connect dots very well. So in spite of these arguments, children must be sent to school, as school education benefits or has positive influence to children in various ways. So now you have to give example. So I have already wrote for example here, so don't use the same word time and again. So you can use the word like, firstly, children learn about different courses such as math, science and social education in school. So do not use the word like etc dot, because computer doesn't recognize that, and that's not the actual word. Instead you can use etc. So these courses help them get job when they enter into the job market. And again you are giving one more example. Several reports suggest that a person, example or supporting point, this is an supporting point. Several reports suggest that a person should at least complete high school to get job. So supporting point, the first sentence is supporting point, and these are examples. And then again you are writing another supporting point. Secondly, children will be taught about communication skill and social skills in their school, which is very important in current world. A person with poor communication skill is not marketable and cannot cope in the adverse situation. So the second paragraph has 1 to 2 around 2 supporting points and few examples. So you can use exactly similar way, you can use the similar way as I am writing here, and you can just remove the ideas and give your own ideas as per the requirement of the question. So the third paragraph you are giving your own example or own experience. So you are connecting second paragraph with third paragraph using the word additionally. So the words like additionally, firstly, secondly, in spite of these arguments, for example, these things you can easily use from this essay and then just copy paste on your own essay, which will help you in scoring higher in PTE. So in the third sentence, you are just giving your own opinion or example, so or experience. So in addition, nowadays government strongly encourage children to complete high school education, as education has become inseparable part of the people's life. In many developed countries, high school education is even free, or you can write it as, to support this, most of the developed countries have the provision of free education until a child completes high school education. So this is how I am writing my body. The first paragraph of a body was about opposite issue, which I am not agreeing, and just giving one example. The second paragraph was about the issue which I am agreeing, opinion which I am agreeing, and giving two examples and giving few supporting points. And third paragraph was about my own experience. So I have experience that I know that government in most of the developed countries, government education is free. The education is free until high school education, until a child completes high school education. So in conclusion, I'm writing just one paragraph. And I'm starting as in conclusion. So always remember to start the conclusion paragraph with in conclusion or in a nutshell. Although both home-based teaching and school-based teaching are important for a child, I believe that you can write I believe that, which will help computer to think that you have a fixed opinion about the essay. I believe that a child must attend school, as schooling enables a child to get skills needed to survive in today's competitive world. So you can notice here I'm just paraphrasing above points and making conclusion nice in a complex way. So I hope this video is useful for you, and I wish you good luck for your PTE exam. Thank you for watching my channel.